Mm-hmm. 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 Now, I'm gonna tell you. We, us as bloggers, these are the issues that we need to address. You understand what I say? You see, set the path for the youth, share, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned to the channel. I don't know all this shit. Yes, I. Greetings and almighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie the First. You see, and you don't know, a couple people say the mic low or the volume kind of low. I hope I've made it a bit better. Through media attempt at engineering. Yeah, you don't know. Greetings in the mighty name of all that's good. Emperor Haile Selassie the First. You see. Welcome again, all subscriber. Seeing all of the trooper door them. We're there from morning. Big up yourself, Mr. Sublime. I hear you subliminal. I heard you subliminal, sir. Loud and clear. You see it. And if it happen for just browse and buck up on the channel and thing like that, I'm so hoping you like the content and subscribe. And also press the notification bell so that you can be notified when a new video is being uploaded, you know, see. Other than that, enough respect. Stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy the thing, get a bit of clarity. And if not, you don't know, we could have a discussion. Teach me what you don't know. See, and I gladly, 100%, see, accept what's right. You know, see. Now, big up yourself, A1 Shine. You don't know youth. You know, see it. You see, there is hope. Yeah, there is a lot of hope when I interact with you like you. With your potential and ability where you have, and the depths where you are see, at this point in time in your life, there is hope for humanity. Yes, Rasta. Yes, and you don't even sit down and hold a reasoning. Seeing, but what I observe is your input, your suggestions, and your response to them. So I say, yeah. Mr. Sublime, you know, me and you cut from the same cloth, same angle, same everywhere. Look like I see him tailor good and make queen careful because you don't know the whole thing still I get up. Well, no disrespect. Man, love and respect. See you, my brother. You know, see it. So, to them, I want to address back the issue. Again, my little time in a GP, you know, see it. And particularly, on behalf or through the interest of Miss Serena Atkins, who made a suggestion where we could easily reply to our question. But again, there wouldn't have been enough space, seeing, and probably not that articulate in terms of you know, literature for right. So I would have prefer, yeah, do this because it's a big subject. Seeing the issue of mental health inside a GP, General Penitentiary. Seeing the thing regards to that now, it's a multi-layered issue, multi-layered answer. Seeing, they can't give one answer to it. It's not gonna be enough clarity. Because make it simple then. Overall, black people, in my opinion, black people in general, has got mental issues. You understand what I say? Most black people has got mental issues because there has been no concerted effort in order to re-educate black people from the old colonial strategic tactics that was used to dehumanize us. See? So a few of us do know ourselves. A few of us want to believe more about ourselves and things like that. seeing, but that still does not take away from the fact that the damage psychologically that has been done and is continue being reinforced each day by even the universities. You know, the simple fact that children are still being subliminally taught in school that Egypt is not Africa, it's not part of Africa, and the greatness of Egypt has nothing to do with black people. You know, that in itself is still reinforcing the technique. You know, see it. We could go national now with Jamaican as a whole. The effect of the same old slave masterism. I think I wouldn't say render Jamaicans in a state of denial of such, you know. You know, because Jamaican is very accepting and realistic a certain circumstance, them even more, I think they even over sensationalize certain things certain time. I might be wrong in saying so, or I might have overstated myself in saying so, but you don't know. In a lot of cases, I think we're more, in saying so, I think we do that to be better prepared for the inevitability of such a thought. You understand what I say? So you don't know. You know, it's for own benefit still. See? But overall, I think we have done well as a people to self-motivate and come to a certain level of realization about ourselves. So I think personally we have got a different outlook as a people, and the whole social structure, a different acceptance of ourselves, and a different, you understand what I say? It's still not the best or on par, but I think that with how other races look at themselves. But I think overall, I think Jamaicans, whether it's fake or not, it's well relevant and it's necessary, because every other confidence and self-esteem is being fake. It's through fake or some lying trick tactics, you know, in order to ensure that level. See it? So it's the same for the same. You know, that's how we create our own glory to reinforce our self-esteem and things like that. And it does work, and it works and benefit with other people across the world, not just black people. Seeing, but we are still plagued with a level, with a certain level, a certain degree of self-acceptance or self-denial. You know, see, same way, which ensure the rate of crime and the need, let me say, are where people kind of climatize themselves to the happenings surround, you know me I say, even when it affect them and you know, affect the growth as well. You understand? There's this level of acceptance. Still, like I don't know how to put it any better, but community-wise, seeing, I mean, I know what that is. Seeing, I know the reason for that. We discuss it on a different subject, a different topic. You know, see. So, I mean, now cloud that with all of that. Seeing, but we draw back in a GP. Inside a GP, it's before you go in a GP, from where I am, yeah, standing now at this point in time when we can observe certain things, and I have studied certain things, and you don't know, you can know if you assess certain things. No, so we can look back and, you know, reassess. And from you in a jail, you get the shock and the trauma itself from being inside of the jail is a potential mental health trigger from from the moment you get arrested. The heat in itself alone inside of the cell, the facility, you know what I say, the atmosphere itself will definitely trigger, and it does trigger most people's mental health issue. It's just the scale, You understand what I say? And the ability to balance the stress and trauma, so as to remain real within the sphere of reality. You understand what I say? Because you have to basically be able, through the same arrogance, Jamaican arrogance, whereby we create our own self-esteem and self-confidence. Through that same mentality, you create a certain acceptance of the situation, whereby you readily, quickly say, this is it. And in your mindset, it's like, even though it's new, you start work out an acceptance type of thing to the whole thing, you know, rather than react in a denial type of way, whereby you think yourself, no, this shouldn't be it. It need to change now, or in it, you tell yourself somewhere in the recess of your mind that there is some spoiled possibility that you might get saved from this. In a Jamaica case, Jamaicans know, are already mentally prepared for abuse, neglect, and denial of certain rights. Seeing, so with that now, when we meet or face the atrocities of certain institutions, there is already this ready-made preparedness to accept and apply ourselves to the situation as it presents itself to us. If you understand what I say, seeing if I go to, we have to sleep, you know, we sleep on one side until where the water reaches the yassa, until it get too soaked, we turn over on the other side. We just trying, but a sleep feet affect we are soaked too deep in our pores and things like that. You understand what I say? We just know, say, yeah, so we have to do it and work it like that until. So again, it developed this level of adventure type of thing in a year, whereby it's not like I look forward to the adventure, but again, it's kind of looking forward to working out the science of the adventure, because it's just like any other trivial. You have to, so you have to mentally prepare yourself like that, which I did. You understand? Like, it's just any other trivial, any other puzzle, you know, but we have to sort out, and it's up to us or up to me if we work it out as fast as possible, you know, to further enable my psychology to accept the reality. You see, and I think that's the process for most prisoners go through. Seeing, so somewhere in the recess of our mind, we are battling with the causes of mental health issues. But I guess through the tactics or the strategy that Nani, Kodjo them and Pa Bogle taught us, it better enables us to balance reality with you know, madness. Put it that way there. See, that's for the most of the population, because there are times when you see man break down, good men, strong men who you wasn't expecting that from. You know what I say? Based on certain news when we get out of road, from out of road, some news where we wouldn't break down that publicly or that openly for being out of road. You understand what I say? And other attitude and actions from other prisoners, because prisoners basically know what's going on. Like, for instance, one day, I can't remember how it was, so I get a news one day, and him go up on a visit, get a news. I don't remember, I can't remember what the news was, but him come back in after the visit scene, and him just bust out, him just break down, walking down the passage going towards him, so him just break down. And another brethren, seeing, just step up to him and shot him a box and just box him in the head, box him. You understand what I say? So me I try to work out what if I wait. You know, and to the way man do it. Wake up, brother. Hey boy, I want to tell you, yo, good over evil. You know, see life over death. Bro, and I shot the big man some back credible bad man at road, you know. Slapping her head back and all about, and the man I take them in and them a bar and see me and I work out. What the freak? I talk about, but what the man I do is shock him worse than the shock that's, you know, charging in him to the direction of oblivion. I could put it that way there. Seeing so 5 cent, short 5 cent from west somewhere. Seeing him I do the boxing. Seeing as 5 cent if I reach up and I do it. I mean, I knew he was doing it out of compassion. I could pick that up. Everybody knew. You understand what I say? But it's shocking again, and it worked because it shook me. It shook everybody else and things like that who was witnessing it for the first time and so on. You understand me? And it did brought back that guy to reality. You know, some sense. It's like there is a bit of humor about it. There is a bit of, because 5 cent is small and the guy way up there. Seeing? So it's humorous to see 5 cent climbing on air to do his duties as another human being in regards to the health and well-being of the other man. Shot him some loud box, man, and said, wake up, yo, good over evil, life over death, the motivational gangster talk. The kid will say, yo, you do your crime. I want to face it. How kind of boy business that? You do your crime and road and you live certain way and develop certain way. What was the expectation? What was the end result? You would have rather been dead. See? You never prepare for this. How can I idiot think that you can't appropriate yourself like that? You know, the crowd like say, you do the crime and you don't want to do the time and you don't prepare for the time or anything. Hey, you know, you know what I say and all the man start, you know, it will come back a bit. You must catch me drift. You must catch me drift for me daily. But that was an amazing act I witnessed and observed that day. I'm not sure. Well, everybody does know the purpose and the meaning of the strategy. Seeing, but probably if I articulate it, I don't know, probably they would have done it somewhat different, but that's what I observed that day in the seat, and that me take her from Dessa, and it gave me a strength, because not that I would be embarrassed to have someone show such care for me health, but again, no, it shows you the benefit of maintaining that, so as not to rely on somebody to do that for you, because what if the event that somebody is not there to fortify or reinforce that strength? You get what I say? But you know, one of the main thing is when you come in a GP for the first 7 days, you're on watch, both by prisoner and warder. Seeing it was told to you after 7 days. After the first week and things like that, in most cases, and all a fortnight too. You know, see it, a month and all them way the people still. But let me explain. The most people who are affected most immediate by the trauma from the present just by being in a prison usually crack within a week. Most people. So during that time, every new inmate is on watch. It might not be known to you. It won't be known to you as a matter of fact. You get what I say? Because again, nobody really wants to see you go like that. They're not watching you to see it happen. They're watching you with care, because with them action and the knowledge that them try, you know, share. It's for your benefit, but it benefit them as well. You understand? Because you live together, both on the same section, same cell, and things like that. Same block and all of that. So there is a association thing that goes on there, and there's a territorial type of care and protective element amongst man and man in regards to location in a prison. residence of a location type of thing. I hope you understand what I'm trying to explain. Seeing so, man a teacher and man does show a level of compassion, but not in the sense of well then like man love man or them type of thing. No, it's merely in their interest because again, the things where you sell me can affect how people perceive you as well, because it was your duty to have discerned these things before it was exposed some other way. You understand what I'm saying? You should have been wise enough because you were learned. You have been there for a certain period. You get what I'm saying? So it's in our freedom interest mainly, more so for maintain or help maintain or try to ensure that you maintain a steady mental health. Because Jamaica have a different level of frown on people with mental health issue. See, where so them can't help them, or them not understand it to the degree and thing like that. So we have to classify or clarify mental health and how it affect Jamaica, how it affect black people, and then that further weakness of all these previous experiences and effects gonna further weaken a Jamaican in particular. You understand what I say? And worse, we haven't got facilities or resource to learn, what I say, entities within the prison, like, because I've been to England prison. I'll tell them about the contrast on a different day still because of video I draw out. See, have certain access to certain help in the, nobody will assess your mental not even in Jamaica and all. You have to definitely basically already break out in a total, for them take you in to forget certain assessment and an assessment and treatment. See, so there's no preventative measures of such for that. Seeing I have to do it ourselves as prisoner in our own interests, guys. You don't know what I remember most of the time you locked down in there. Sometimes a man crack, know until him react. Seeing, and you don't know how he might react. Seeing, a man might, and usually it started paranoia where a man just start feel like say everybody's against him, including everybody in the cell. And before you know, say him lose him marbles, him take out two, see, and there are 3-4 man in there have him for contend with and try beat down the door. It has happened. You see it. Try beat down the door for get water come take them out. And in a lot of cases, it's still not recognized or documented as a mental health breakdown. You understand what I said? That man they get some more button in him head and him get carried around on the back and go put in a less conducive atmosphere for such a, for further facilitate mental health breakdowns and things like that. And mental health issues condemn you to a life of basic like when you think it couldn't get any worse, the inevitable mental health does show you how worse it can get. See, because you're being basically abandoned. Less care, less attention, and less everything. Once you establish such because again, like I said, Jamaica deal with gays, mental health people and gay people up on the same block. See, just like other prisoners will break the rules and things like that. So again, it's a big fear factor for most prisoners. Them don't want to go to them places because again, if you go there, it's like you're liable, especially with mental health issue. You're vulnerable, you're too vulnerable, and it's hard to really come back from from that sort of thing, but it's prominent. No, I would think expertly controlled. It's prominent to a degree. You see, it's expertly controlled, and like Laura Gunn said in the book Born for Dead, and I agree. Jamaican has mastered the art of suppressing mental health issue. Basically, that's what she was saying. You understand what I say? So it's one of the biggest issue there, from my perspective, what I've learned. But again, it's one of the biggest issue in there, the main issue in general penitentiary as a health issue. It's the biggest. You understand what I say? You see good men who you know. You understand? And enough time, I would want, when you get back on the street, you realize how much it affected you. You understand what I say? Because it's like you have to mentally readjust yourself again. It might not take that long as it did for you accept and the things where you come across in a prison for the first time, but because you already experienced road and you used to a lot of things before. You see, but you still have to take, it still does take you a little time to adjust yourself physically, mentally, and structurally in all way. You get what I say? But mainly mentally. You understand me? Because one case you come out feeling less than the man that you were before you go in a lot of cases. But before long, people themselves are give you some added worth, which eventually will benefit them. Like a man who carry a class, come give a man who carry something and money and rate it and blazes some clothes and rate it and whatever rate it. Essentially, the type of people that do that feel is gonna benefit from you somewhat, some sense, a lot of sense. You understand what I say? And when saying so, usually people who have motives for lead you back down the same path where you come from, seeing, and them does give you a feeling of relevance, and them do it so well, but it's all peer pressure type of thing. You know what I say? It's all peer pressure, and it's up to you if you want to submit or you don't know. It's up to you, really. You see it. So yeah, mental health issue in Jamaica, right? I know we should have some psychologists from like Western countries go down and go assess prisoner. Bar none, I don't think could have said them fine anybody way. Because if in order to identify them things, sometimes you have to press the right button. And how much expert we have within the correctional services in Jamaica who know how to ask these questions, trigger the right button in order to see the true emotional reaction in regards to certain issues and how able you are. These things are indications as to your mental health. You know what I say? Anyway, I hope I made sense still. You see? Yeah, man. So, you don't know, share, like, and subscribe. I'm going to keep it going. You see? I hope the sound is much better than this one. And my apology for, you don't know. I try. You don't know where I come from, I don't want someone to go on like, I don't want to the thing. You don't know where I come from. Stand up in the kitchen and I'm freaking the most about the whole plant. So I have to get a fake forest, a fake real forest where it don't need water. Anyway, give thanks still, and I hope I hope I've made sense. Rastafari, share, like, and subscribe.